Shadow Ball. By Cop Killer. There's no escaping that. Destiny Bond. Ooh, I like that. Oh god, I don't like that. I don't like that. This is...
Well, hey, at least the good thing about, like, what is it, Adderall and all that stuff is it kills your
Oh my
appetite, so you
god!
lose weight. And then I won't be fat anymore.
Yeah, just don't eat.
Well, it's hard to do when I'm always hungry.
Well, have I got the drug for you?
Datura?
Yeah, just that's my go-to.
You like Datura?
Shaving a couple years off my life.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
more importantly, can we do Datura next time we're in New Mexico?
I mean, we're in the countryside there. I think we can find meth instead.
Well, I don't want to do meth. Like, that's not... Like, you have to smoke a lot of meth to get hallucinogenic properties out of it. I just want to trip balls and see some crazy shit.
Oh, I thought you just wanted to get addicted to something.
I think Datura is like its own category of hallucinogen. It's like called
Yeah,
what is it called? It's something else.
it's called Take This If You Want to See the Devil.
Yeah.
I was listening to
Oh,
something.
yeah,
It was,
Presley.
like, stuff
Oh, it
about
didn't kill.
drugs. Yeah, they were all like, "Don't do Datura. Like, don't do Datura ever. It's the worst thing you can do. Nobody's ever had a good trip on Datura." And I was like, "How did they fucking do it?" But then again,
yeah,
these are drugs, so
It's called
they're
a
not very
deliriant. And it like actually like alters your brain.
Yeah, that sounds like something I want to do. A delirium. Like, that, like I said, I was listening to stuff like, dude, drug trips, the people's experiences, and this one guy did it, and he said, like, he saw, like, a
That works.
portal open up in his room, and, like, shadow people came out, and he was, like, freaking out so bad that the cops had to come, like, restrain him.
Jeez.
Because, like, his neighbors called the fucking cops on him, because he was, like, you know...
Yeah, it's weird. I got recommended those kinds of videos a couple weeks ago. Just
They're,
out of
they're,
the blue.
they're interesting to watch. I mean, it makes me never want to do them.
Yeah. Makes me want to do them.
Like I
Well,
thought, I
again,
thought meth was like
we-
I thought meth was like a countryside kind of a thing, not a suburb kind of thing. But no.
I think
Well, it's an everywhere kind of thing.
Well, it shows you how much I know about drugs.
Well, it's not a bad thing.
It is. I'm not hip and cool. I wish I had crippling addictions.
Nigga, it's
We should all just start getting into hard drugs.
the only drug I'm addicted to is dopamine, and I'm going through a lifelong withdrawal, apparently.
Depression is funny.
Hey, sometimes it's all you can do. Sometimes humor is the best medicine.
Here's a funny joke. Jumps off a cliff.
Wait, what did you say? What did you say? I didn't hear you.
I said, "Here's a funny joke," and then I jump off cliff. See, it's funny.
Got him to laugh.
Here's a funny joke. Living a life worth living. Finding a partner who you trust. Actually,
Looking
ever
forward to the
making a
day
salary
after.
ever making a salary that'll allow you to raise a family comfortably.
God, you gotta stop being so funny. Oh, thanks, Togetek. Oh, is this a fucking stunlock, Togetek? Togetek.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna be a stand-up comic, and I'm just gonna go up there and be like, "Hey, so how about that depression, huh?
Roaring laughter.
Haven't you ever just wanted to jump off a bridge?"
Holy shit. Yeah, like the... what was that movie that I mentioned about, like, the Golden Gate Bridge, and, like, they just recorded, like, a year people committing suicide on it? That's, like, the funniest comedy movie I've ever seen.
Just put the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme over it. It'll be really funny. Ugh. Yeah, that's the real joke. Is that I don't know. I don't want to be too depressing. I have to go to bed after this. No. I have to go sit in bed alone with my thoughts after this. So you know, is there truly anything worse?
Yeah. Dream thinking about it after you wake up.
We supposedly live in the best country on earth.
Well, I mean, it is.
Is there anywhere that would be better?
Japan.
I was gonna say Iceland.
Yeah, let's go to Japan. We're fit right in with it being the #1 suicide country. Actually, Korea beat it recently, so.
Oh, cool.
What even happens in Korea?
Nothing. That's why they killed themselves.
I remember the wise old Waffle House Negro, and he told me that when you look for something, you won't find it. So I just have to give up, right?
Yeah.
It'll fall into place in time. I
Yeah.
hope, maybe.
Yeah, I've given up on making a living for myself, and so far, yeah.
Yeah, how's that turning out?
It's good. I don't have money. It's good.
What do you really need money for, though?
Porn.
You
Own
work
homes.
jobs. Listen, you work
Food.
jobs that you hate
Butt plugs.
to get money that you don't need, to
Sound
buy
things.
things you don't want or need, that involve
Oh,
you
shit,
going
did
to
she just
places you don't want to
Yeah,
go.
she just drowned. Holy shit, she's dead.
Am I wrong?
Amen, brother.
Sorry, half of that I was like just listing like random sex toys, so I didn't quite catch that. Oh, Diggersby though?
Diggersby?
Oh, is he here?
Yeah, Diggersby's here.
He's just on the water.
You don't stop Diggersby.
He's Swimmersby, though.
Diggersby sound.
Ooh. I'm about to go to bed. I can only get so horny.
I'm just helping you do your pre-sleep wank.
You're really gonna make it difficult to sleep tonight with all this talk of sounding and penises and.
Diggersby.
God, Diggersby is so hot.
Diggersby NTRing your waifu?
Nothing hotter than that.
Oh my god, Jesus fucking Christ. Why does this keep fucking happening? Mario Kart Tour hits 10.1 million global downloads on first day, beats Pokemon Go.
Wow.
How?
Fuck me. Fuck me.
I
Fuck
didn't-
mobile games.
I didn't think Mario Kart had enough clout to beat fucking Pokemon Go. But Jesus.
Normies fucking will play anything.
Putting it.
The drop rates for like the gold characters like Mario, Toad, Yoshi, any of those that you would want to play, they're 0.3%. That's less than Fate Grand Order. If you are Fate
Yeah, it's
Grand
free.
Order, if you are below Fate Grand Order levels of fucking like gold characters in Fate Grand Order, which already has a miserably low drop rate for the good characters.
But hey, nothing like fun like just throwing your money away at mobile shit. Like, see, like when people get upset about microtransactions, they should be upset at these like freemium gacha shit. Like these are the ones where they really extort the shit out of you. But like so many people get upset when like mainline games have it, and it's like it's nowhere near as bad as like these are. These like will skin you alive for your money.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about Fate Grand Order is it's aimed at adults who know better, who know that they're throwing their money down the drain. Kids will play Mario Kart and they will not understand what a drop rate is, let alone why the fuck am I not getting Toad? I'm going to keep throwing money away from mommy's
Okay,
credit
if your
card.
if your child has access to your card, that's a whole nother problem, not the game devs.
If your child has access to a phone, Like,
A
seriously,
lot of-
I'm not gonna let my kid have a phone until they're like 15.
I'm not either, but we're not most people.
Yeah, but I mean, like, phone's like a whole gray area. Like, I mean, it's so ingrained to like normal life, everyday life. It's kind of hard to avoid it, but you can avoid
Yeah.
giving your child access to money. Like, that's
Like back in the day, I guess that's where I'm coming from. Is like, you know, we didn't need cell phones back then because they were so.
Well,
well,
You
like
know,
back
I mean,
back
it's
when we
like-
were
They weren't
kids, like at
smartphones.
least young kids, we had fucking dial-up. So like your parents literally knew when you were on the internet because they can't do fucking phone calls and shit.
Yeah.
So,
well, it's not just that, but I mean, like when I was a kid, when I got my first phone, I could text my mom and I could text my grandma, and that was literally it. I couldn't do anything else with that thing.
yeah, I could text. Yeah, that was pretty much my cell phone experience. I could text my family and friends.
Yeah, right.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's just bullshit. I'm so tired of all this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like, can you imagine, like, if you don't allow your child to have a phone, and the other friends of that child has phones, and they want to get in contact with your child, are they gonna text your phone?
Yeah, that's what they had to do when I was a kid. I don't know about you, but my friends used to have to call.
They
I
call
remember
they
I
call it a
used to-
landline, but that's a little different than like calling your like personal phone of your parents.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna let my fucking kids do it until they're old enough to have a reason. This is assuming I ever have kids, which.
Oh, Simiseer. Man, we're really
The point
pulling
is,
out
like,
the.
Yeah, whenever you wanted somebody to come over, you had to fucking call and like talk to their parents, but that builds character.
But texting is a little like more personal though. It's like less like, oh yeah, let me hand the phone over or whatever. It's just like you're gonna be like bombarded by some kids random rambling.
Well, and to be fair, I'm also going to be like, hey, like if you they're gonna be like, Daddy, I want a phone. All my friends have phones. Well, if all your friends ate dog shit, would you do it too?
Oh, don't be that guy. That's
Yes!
that's a fucking
Probably if you-
ancient boomer logic. I fucking hated that. It's like, oh, my friends do it. Oh, and like my mom every time she would be like, oh, if they jump off a cliff, would you? Like, no, shut the
Hey,
fuck up. That's different.
Mine too.
That's fucking.
When I'm
I knew back then that logic doesn't make fucking sense. Fuck you. Fuck my mom. Fuck her. I hate her.
Look, I'm just saying, like, if I gotta find some excuse to keep my kid from having a fucking phone, because I'm not letting them get exposed to all this shit that ruined me at such a young age.
Like, you just gotta do more proper like internet.
Just-
It's
Yeah,
mainly
just
the
get rid of
internet
the
access.
on their phone,
Yeah.
if that's even possible.
It's hard to. That's the thing. Like, if it's not on your end, like, it's just way too easy on like the website's end to just like get anywhere you want. Like, you can do like Yang actually brought it up in a tweet once, and everyone's saying, "Oh, he's shit because he wants to ban all porn." No, that's not what he said. He said like, porn is gonna have to like change something because like. In like all the adult stores, yeah, it's like 18 plus. Like if you're under, then you get out of the store, kind of a thing. But on the internet, like you just say, yeah, I'm over 18, and you can do
Yeah.
whatever.
How can they check?
And the thing about the internet that's different from like finding your dad's like Playboy magazine stash under the bed is like that's pretty basic stuff. Like
Oh
pretty
yeah, that's pretty tame.
that's
pretty
vanilla
tame.
vanilla porn that you can publish in a magazine normally. Maybe there's a rare chance that your father is like really into furry BDSM, but I mean, I think there's a lot of other
Yeah.
problems outside of the porn probably that would be coming from that. But on the internet, there's like no restriction, and you can
Free range.
yeah, free range, non-stop. Like if they get into it, like that's a rabbit hole.
Yeah, no, and speaking from personal experience, I don't want my kids going through that because it fucked me up. I don't want to fucking them up too.
Feeties.
Feet.
Dude, shit, I just like,
Yeah, shit. No, we need to ban all foot porn. That if we do that, we don't have to worry about our kids. Like
Well,
anal
maybe not,
for
but
anal for that's fine.
yeah,
Foot.
that's okay.
Here's my
Scat,
theory.
yeah, not bad.
Here's my theory. So you start off with normal porn. You're like 12 years old, 11 years old, way too young to be looking at that shit, right?
Like, booby.
Yeah, you start off with booby, then you go to haha, they're actually having sex. Then you get bored with that because you're 13 years old and you jerk until your arm fucking falls off. You move on to lesbian porn, and then it fucks with your brain, and then you end up like, oh, traps. Oh, I want to be trapped. Oh, I want to cut the bubble. Like, there is a connection. There was a really good like thesis paper written about it. It's true. It's true.
God, I'm just so lucky I didn't get turned into a trap.
Well, see, there's a lot of people who don't have that sense. There's a lot of people who are like, I want to be a trap. It'd be like me having a trap. Like, do you know how fast this grows back? I mean, I could shave in the morning and it'll be... You can already see it. The pale skin and dark facial hair, it's back by 5 o'clock in the afternoon, so...
I just don't
Out of the
shave.
cards for me.
But I'm still
Me neither.
I'm still female.
Oh yeah, I could be a drag queen, except I'd rather fucking
No, not a drag queen. Those are people who just dress up as silly, weird, funny people. No, I'm talking about transgenderism, Elliot. Are you saying that just because I have a beard mean I can't be a woman?
Oh, sorry, let me check my privilege there.
Please. Please check your personal privilege before you speak again.
God, real bigot hours. Who up?
Well, just saying, I don't want my kid to grow up to be one of those people who's like, I can be whoever I want to be. And
No,
then
you're not gonna let your kid be a they be.
I'd rather have my child be a juggalo.
That's pretty strong.
Compared to like they bees, that's pretty
Juggalos
innocuous.
juggalos don't have a suicide rate approaching 70%.
Well, I mean they get addicted to meth, but yeah, they don't kill themselves.
They also spill nasty juice everywhere. You don't want that.
Watch out.
The point is, I don't want my kids to have to go through that. I don't want to deal with it. I'm sorry. If that makes me a bigot, so what? There's Captain Morgan's spicy take.
I'm gonna be a helicopter parent. I can just feel it.
Yeah, it's like the people like that was saying like oh Yang is gonna think about like banning all porn, like that was on the vegan. And it's like these are the same people who like exclusively masturbate to 2D and feet, like.
That's the thing. Whenever you say anything about like we need to have some sort of restrictions on porn, the coomers always come out in fucking full force, and they're like, "You can't ban my porn; it's a human right." And it's like, shut the oh my god. Is it that important that you get your cummies? Just be like me and jerk off like armpits or leg pits or whatever. Then you never have to rely on porn. No one will ever know that it's sexual.
It's just too far down. You don't even know.
No. Like it's a bell curve. You can be over here in the normie area or down here in total absolute deprivation. I'm over here. Most of the coomers are somewhere up here. Once you start jerking it to like leg pits, then you know you're on that slide down to the bottom on the other side of the bell curve.
Pits.
Just any kind of pit.
Bro, I'm getting on that Tibetan throat singing stuff, you know? Nothing's hotter than a woman who can Tibetan throat sing.
While deep throat singing.
That'd be just impressive. No, I really want to jerk off now. Like, I think it's time for me to go to bed and
Yeah, finally made it to town.
Tibetan throat porn.
Yeah, I think this is a good spot to stop and look at some Tibetan deep throat porn.
No. You guys gotta go look at leg pit porn. Come on, I didn't say that for no reason.
I'll toss you a bone there, but
I'm more into the throat pit, if you know what I mean.
Now, give me a call when you get into head shaving. There you go. That's pretty far down.
Kind of into taint shaving, like not the pubes or the ass or anything, like just in between.
Not into gooch shaving. Not into pimple popping.
I'm into foot shaving.
God.
Not into bunions.
God, like when people like get those pet eggs and start like scraping those parmesan off the heel.
Put that cheese on a pizza.
Put that cheese with my cheese on my dick.
It reminds me of like at Olive Garden when you get like soup or something. You want cheese with that?
Want to see me make a 4-cheese pizza? It's got my semen, smegma, and foot cheese.
Wow.
The 3-cheese pizza. God.
3-cheese pizza.
Yeah,
On that note,
yeah, wrap it around the foreskin. You got yourself a pizza roll.
Well, on that absolutely depraved note, I'm going to bed. And you can go fuck yourself for saying that.
Getting all sweaty over here.
Oh, for the nastiest sentence for the week, the winner goes to me.
Congratulations.
That's like the nastiest sentence for the goddamn month.
Cutting it close for end of September, but yeah.
Well, hey, we saved the best for last.
Gotta measure up the competition, you know. I don't want to blow my load too early.
Yeah, made you a trophy for that one.
Well, hey, October's coming up. I'm sure we're gonna have some real stinky dinkies. I think that's what
we never got to read that book.
Oh shit, maybe next time.